Savage development. Zhao Liying's style is brimming with age, with a feeling of goodies, multiple times are sufficiently not. Zhao Liying's new show Savage Development is a period dramatization that numerous netizens are anticipating. Subsequent to watching the goodies of this show, Su Bangsha played by Zhao Liying, the setting of a resilient lady is excessively oppressive. I didn't anticipate that Zhao Liying should have such a side, which is truly great. See what Su Bangsha said cruelly, she is the administrator representing things to come steel plant. Is there an oppressive quality all over the place? As a matter of fact, the plot of this show seems to be like Gong Jun's Bubbled Life, which recently finished. However, the quantity of crowds who need to watch it is a lot bigger than Bubbled Life. Gong Jun's theatrics has finished, however the fame has not been high, just more than 3,000. Contrasted to numerous famous shows, this prevalence isn't a star and a half. The quantity of watchers isn't extremely enormous, yet the crowd assessment is generally excellent. Dublin has a rating of 7.0, which is a generally high score. Yet, it is a piece peculiar that such a show that many individuals like isn't on the hit list. However, subsequent to perusing the remarks of the crowd, it is said that the crowd who is great in the show ought to be subbed into the plot, yet it is a pity, there are still two couple of individuals watching this dramatization. Regardless of whether there are youthful icon stars like Gong Jun and Kan Kingzi, they can't bring this show. Be that as it may, Zhao Liying's theatrics Savage Development is unique. The quantity of web-based reservations has nearly surpassed 500,000. I'm simply pondering, with comparative plots, is this crowd somewhat more ideal than the other? As a matter of fact, it isn't on the grounds that the crowd favors one over the other, but since everybody likes various entertainers. Zhao Liying has forever been known as an evaluations insurer in the circle. Some netizens are totally incognizant in regards to Zhao Liying's shows, regardless of what the dramatizations or plots she shoots. However, as long as Zhao Liying showed up on the camera, and she was certainly pursuing. Specifically, the characters of Zhao Liying's theatrics are extremely novel. In the wake of watching the goodies, many individuals are encouraging them to refresh online consistently. In the wake of watching the goodies, Su Bangsha, played by Zhao Liying in the play, is excessively oppressive, she needs to battle for everything, and many individuals can't stand her. She and many individuals became foes in the scramble, yet in the end Su Bangsha actually won. The person Su Bangsha, who was brought into the world from the grassroots, very much like the title of the play, develops brutally, and even has a savage way of getting things done. Be that as it may, taking a gander at the different spoilers on the web, I truly need to begin the transmission prior. Despite the fact that I desire to begin the transmission prior, it appears to be that netizens should pause, since it is practically the year's end, and there is no authority declaration of the last record. It appears to be that it will be communicated for this present year. 02. Why would that be no fire ready Yufei? At the point when I watched the primary episode, I knew where the issue was. Recently, I was pulled by my little girl to watch Yufei together, and I was anticipating it. Since Zhao Liying acted excessively well in knowing the life story of Chokiao and Bloom Thousand Bone, so she is more keen on the dramatizations she featured in. In any case, subsequent to watching the primary episode, I would have rather not watched it, and I at long last perceived the reason why the show didn't get on. Since Zhao Liying's personality naming in the play is excessively emotional. One is that the tone isn't similar to her unique voice, which causes individuals to feel that it isn't Zhao Liying who talks in the play, however it is Zhao Liying's face that you see plainly. This sort of feeling is extremely weird. The second is that the naming doesn't match the attributes of the characters in the play. That is, Zhou Fei, played by Zhao Liying, is a lady with high hand-to-hand fighting abilities and a free and simple standoffish quality, however the naming is a piece delicate and not cadenced enough. It ought to be said that Zhou Fei is by all accounts more intense than Chuqiao, yet the energy of this naming is a lot of more terrible than that of Chuqiao, which causes individuals to feel restless and awkward. The entertainer Wang Yibo, who assumed the main part, worked effectively in Shen Qingling, and he was likewise a decent cooperate with Tun Yi in the Breeze Sense in Luoyong, yet he doesn't appear to be reasonable for a chatty job, particularly with regards to it. The derisive grin on the side of his mouth was truly unbelievable. We should not discuss this individual for now. How about we return to the inquiry referenced before? Zhao Liying's online abilities are additionally very great, truth be told. Shen Minglin in the hit show Do You Know has her unique voice, and this job is adored by endless crowds. I'm additionally inquisitive, why this Yufei doesn't utilize Xiao Zhao's unique sound? discussing which, I need to make reference to a show I recently got done, called Please. I watched an episode easily and enjoyed it a great deal. Whether it is the anticipation of the plot, which makes individuals totally unfit to think about what will occur in the following connection, or the acting abilities and appearances of Lee Kin and Ren Jilin, they are fascinating to watch. Particularly Lee Kin's crying scene, it's astounding. I actually recall that it was a blink in a day. Yangtze, the holy person of the otherworldly group, was in the quiet woods, holding Liu Yan, who kicked the bucket in fight, with destroys streaming her face, continually calling out to him. Lastly, when it was affirmed that he could at absolutely no point ever awaken in the future. I burst out crying like a heartbreaker, and my heart was in a flash seized, and tears streamed out, totally ill-equipped. Entertainers who can make individuals cry with their characters need to say that their acting abilities are great. Such comparative great acting abilities, returning, the nearest I can imagine to now is Kui, played by Bai Lu in life resembles the old, when I saw the self-destruction note left by Lord Zhao Nanjun when he kicked the bucket, it was written in blood. At the point when it was stated, Chen, this life merits the world, just the 11th, Kui cried such a lot of that it was an aggravation. I don't have the foggiest idea how to portray it in words. At any rate, you felt so shattered when you saw it, and couldn't resist the urge to cry with her crying. The other is that Shen Mizuang passed on in labor in The Legend of Zhen Huan. Zhen Huan strolled not too far off back to the castle, faltering and distress-stricken. All that showed up before her eyes were Mizuang's previous figure, when she unexpectedly burst out crying. Numerous watchers conceded that they additionally burst out crying in a flash. In this manner, the entertainers have great acting abilities, and the crowd can truly feel the equivalent while watching the play, which is likewise very cheerful and pleasant. Notwithstanding, albeit Satisfy Ruler has great entertainers, and the supporting jobs are additionally on the web, a similar issue with Yufei happens, that is to say, the first lines of the two driving entertainers are truly unacceptable. Initially, Lee Kin was brought into the world as a con-drama entertainer, and his lines are very strong. We have seen it in the life story of Chu Qiao. Obviously, in the show Satisfy Lord, Lee Kin's explanation can be supposed to be extremely clear, and her words are very articulate. Regardless of whether you take a gander at the screen, simply paying attention to her is very clear. In contrast to certain entertainers, in the event that you don't gaze at the plot, you will most likely be unable to hear their words. Additionally, Lee Kin's language rhythm, delicacy, devious, outrage, bitterness and different feelings can be precisely communicated in voice, so the crowd can truly feel it. It is exactly on the grounds that Lee Kin's voice translation is so magnificent. Conversely, Ren Jilin's line understanding is a little powerless, too level, the voice appears to linger palpably and has no endurance. My girl said that the sibling seems like he is eager. Specifically, toward the finish of the episode, before his demise, Ren Jilin proposed to Yu Dengdeng and admitted his marriage. He read such thrilling words so hard that it was difficult to pay attention to him, such as perusing a text. Ponder the plot like this scene and do you know, that is when Gu Tengai admitted to Minglin, what he said was personal and significant. To exacerbate the situation, Yu Dingdang's persuasive and cadenced voice execution initially sounded fine, however under the difference of Liu Yan's consistent language, everything was good to go yet there was an issue. Certain individuals thought she was excessively smooth. Rather, it isn't adequately regular. Well, isn't it a piece challenging to discuss? I recall that Sun Li didn't win the Best Entertainer grant for The Legend of Zhen Huan in those days. Many individuals felt violated for her, however the justification for why she was not chosen was connected with her utilization of naming. Albeit the picture of Zhen Huan she made is exceptionally splendid, Ji Guanlin's naming is much more significant. Simply envision, on the off chance that Zhen Huan's voice was Cantonese and Mandarin spoken by Kei Xiaofan, could you actually like The Legend of Zhen Huan? I didn't anticipate thinking so much since I watched an episode of Yufei. 03. The Legend of Ali is going to be communicated, Delia Ariba and Gong Jun unite, Youku ought to be reasonable. When will The Legend of Ali air? I accept that many fans feel somewhat wary. The Legend of Ali is an ensemble show featuring Diliba and Gong Jun. It recounts the tale of the female chief Ali, played by Diliba, whose family was obliterated and slipped into the majestic court to uncover the genuine face. Ali life story has been finished for a year, and it has been reported ordinarily that it has been settled, yet at long last there is no strong. This show is additionally Youku's S+ head show. For Youku, The Legend of Ali is likewise a show that can make it get through history once more. Ali Memoir was likewise supposed to be communicated on Stars previously. I don't have the foggiest idea what the ongoing mentality is, however one thing is sure, Youku won't appropriate it, and it will be communicated solely on the whole organization. The Legend of Ali is additionally one of only a handful of exceptional outfit shows with more than 1 million arrangements.迪丽热巴and Gong Jun co-star, which is truly difficult to reject. Albeit the authority blog has not uncovered when it will be communicated, as per different sources, The Legend of Ali will be communicated web-based in November, and the transmission time displayed on Dubbin is likewise in November. Concerning the particular day, we actually need to pause. Notice. In any case, on the off chance that there is a warm-up, it implies that it isn't far away. So whether The Legend of Ali can be a success is an inquiry worth pondering. As far as acting abilities, the primary entertainers are迪丽热巴and Gong Jun. These two are regulars in ensemble dramatizations, particularly迪丽热巴acting. Savvy is well established in the hearts of individuals. The male hero Gong Jun is additionally an acting school. Regardless of which job, Gong Jun can get a handle on it well indeed. Numerous profound subtleties are astonishing and regular, and there will no generalized feel. Combined with Gong Jun's face, thin figure, and acting in an ensemble show, fans couldn't help it. With respect to the altering and mirror development of The Legend of Ali, you don't need to stress any longer. As Youku's S+ head show, it should cost a truckload of cash to construct it. It's smooth, and the ambient sound and scenes likewise match well. The main thing that concerns me is that Youku's transmission time is out. Numerous television series are very great, but since the update is too sluggish, numerous watchers have deserted the series. They think about it later to watch it, and they can't associate with the past plot eventually influence the evaluations. In this manner, Youku should grasp something, and don't break it for 4 days, generally nobody can save you.